Te invito a soñar.
G'day, mate. How ya? Yo, Barbie, eh? Mass Spot 480.
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for having us, mate. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Just about everyone invited showed up. I look at it.
Nice to see you here.
Good to be here. Tell us that. What's that library music? Is it copyright free?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Look, from one sort of legendary broadcast to another, Tony, how did you get involved in broadcasting?
Well, I'm just fascinated by listening to the radio, listening to sport on the radio.
Sorry, mate. This is probably a bit of a tip. You never touch another man's Barbie. You know that, don't you? It's just a no-go, all right? Sorry, mate.
Anyway, never dreamed I'd do it myself, but then a job came up in Blenheim. They were looking for a cadet. I applied for it. I guess I put on my best suit and they gave me the job. But one day they sent me down to the showgrounds to cover a rugby match. Wayne Smith was actually playing in that game. He was only 19 years old. And I did a couple of reports and I just thought, this is what I want to do. I found it was so exciting. And luckily, doors opened.
Tony, while I'm here, it's sort of a personal highlight for you, for your broadcasting. You've had
Actually, Tom, that's probably not a good time. We're right in the middle of something right here.
Okay.
No, thank you. I was actually wondering, Tony, what would be a personal highlight for you from your memories, from calling games and stuff?
100 metres at the 92 Olympics. I was on radio then and I wasn't expecting to call it, and the newsreader said they're lining up for the final of the 100 metres, here's our commentator Tony Johnson. I thought, I'd suddenly gone from reporter to commentator, and so I just flew at it. That's the how the heck did I manage to do that moment of my career, I think.
But around the Barbie here, and what a great place for men to chat, serious stuff. How did you get involved with Blue September?
Well, I got prostate cancer, is the answer. 2019, I was diagnosed right at the beginning of the year. The previous year, I'd had a blood test and it indicated that my PSA level was going up a bit. I had my prostate removed in April, and fortunately, they got it really early.
Yep.
And I think that's the key to it. I always say I was lucky to get it early, but the specialist that I was dealing with said, no, you make your own luck with this one. It's one of the cancers that certainly accounts for a lot of people every year. A lot of people die from prostate cancer who probably, if it had been detected earlier, the chances of survival would be much greater.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of talk about how you test for prostate cancer, and the old-fashioned way, a lot of men don't quite like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I often get checked up myself. Only last week I was at my medical professional and I had the full test there, and you just don't really expect that from your dentist. You know what I mean? Well, I wasn't laughing when I got the bill though. We should probably keep it serious. Look, your scenario worked out well, but it must have been a huge emotional time.
Yeah, it was a really challenging time because firstly it's quite a scary thing, but you also, as well as your own self, you think about how it's going to affect on your family, work, all those sorts of things. But at the end of it, everything's pointing in the right direction for me, and it's only because I got it early.
That's right.
And that's what the message is all about. And the other thing I'd say is don't be afraid. And I think this is the biggest problem we have in New Zealand. Men delight in the fact that they haven't been to the doctor for 20 years, and that's actually not smart.
And talk to your mates about it and tell them that you've just done it and it's no big deal. Get around the bar, have a yarn about men's health. Actually, Tom, you might as well join us for this. This is a man's chat here. It involves you as well. So finally, what sort of piece of advice would you give to Kiwi males out there?
Look, we take our car in for a warrant of fitness or a service every year, so we've got to do that with ourselves. Go along, see your doctor, get a blood test that'll sort out your cholesterol and anything else that might be brewing, because it could well save your life, and I'm probably living proof of that.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Lee.
And looking forward to the future. How are the Marcos going?
I think we've run out of time, haven't we?
That's all right.